All right, it's back to the fictional six for week 3, and I have to do some injury rollers here prior to the game. So I'll do those right away. I don't like how I come in with the introductions to these videos. I've got to try to work something out there. But anyway, cast that aside. So Ted Green is basically good to go. Actually, he'll be Boston's defenseman number 5. He could work his way into the top 4. This is original 6 era hockey, so I only dress 16 skaters per game, similar to what they did quite a bit more often than not, on average in the 40s through 60s. And yeah, I have to roll to see if Don Ori could be good to go. Actually, first of all, I have to roll the severity for them. So several rolls. So Ori with a severity of 6. Now let's see if he can beat that. Only a 4, actually, so Ori won't be playing in this game. Let's try for Bill Hickey, actually. Hickey also with a severity of 6. And Hickey is able to come back. He was only a -1 last game, so I'm not going to bother taking anything. I'm not going to take anything away from Bill Hickey. He can just come back into the game like nothing happened. So Hickey's good to go for Boston in week 3, and this is week 3. This is Boston. They started their season on the road after a couple of road games home here at the Garden, where they're going to raise the '68 Stanley Cup banner for the Bruins. And the Rangers, they started at MSG for their first couple, so they're here on the road in Boston to face them. And so yeah, they've got Doug Favell in goal here for Boston. Favell, who of course had the Lions' share of starts in action in the '68 Cup winning season, replay here for Boston. And even though Cheevers has the better card, it's also how well you roll. And so he might not look as good on paper, but in a short campaign like this, if Favell is rolling well, then he's going to stay in the net, stay in the crease. For New York, getting the start actually is Rangers backup goalie Eddie Jackman. You didn't hear me incorrectly. Eddie Jackman has been relegated to the backup, since in this stacked league, it turns out that Glenn Hall still had more than enough good quality hockey, goaltending, net minding in him, did Mr. Goalie. But I also want to factor in Hall's age and the fact that this is just a short replay. So I'm going to have Jackman getting the start here against Favell for game 3 for both of these teams. They both come into this with a 1-1 record. The Rangers started off with a win over Detroit. In their last game, Chicago overtook them late. The Bruins started off with a win over Montreal, of course, and then Toronto. Toronto from the get-go, it wasn't even like they overtook them late. Boston had a terrible first period in that game. They had a decent third period, actually. Started to look like themselves again. So both of these teams are coming off losses here going into week 3 of this. That's right, for the Rangers, sorry. So Hickey's good to go. Ori's just going to sit, and his severity is 6. And I should make a note of that, mental note as well. And Vic Hadfield, he can come back in with an 8 or greater. And Hadfield only a 4, so even though it appeared to be a minor injury, something is still lingering with Hadfield. So he won't. His severity is 8, so Gilles Tremblay will stay on the top line. I guess that means that Murray Oliver will stay on line 2. Occasionally, that will be Bob Pulford. Perhaps Pulford, Larry Jeffrey, and Lou Nanny's going to get his first taste of the what I call the Eternal Six Hockey League. Lou Nanny, right wing / defenseman. He's suited up for the Rangers. Rod Sealing has been scratched. He's the healthy scratch as a result. And I think that's probably about all the preamble that I have to get out of the way for this one here. I'm sitting on a hassock that kind of makes farting sounds as I shift back and forth in it. So anyway, there's that. So we're going to start this with a 210 here off the draw. And again, I should say right up front, look, I'm going to try to go fast and have fun. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'll always be playing it perfectly. So it is what it is. You know, I'm not a perfect player. I will make mistakes probably from time to time. Anyway, make no mistake about it that Phil Esposito has won the opening draw, though. So up to 24 seconds in, Esposito here with a 1-5-4. And for that, Esposito with a 1-5. So right away, we have a potential injury because, of course. So rolling for Esposito with a 1. With a 1, so Esposito actually, and that's 11 opponent intimidation points. So right off the hop, Esposito, I don't know, there was a tie-up or something at center ice, and Esposito, he fell awkwardly. And let's see here. Esposito, opponent intimidation points. This game was played in the Soviet Union where he did a bow. No, it's not set. So I can imagine right now at the Garden how they would feel about this. Esposito's gone for the frame. Wow. So lucky for Boston's sake, they do have a plethora, really an embarrassment of riches. Maybe Ted Hampson steps up then to line one center, and then Mackenzie John. I think I had this before. Can't remember if it was with Esposito, but I'm simply going to, and I'll do this live. So Esposito's going to. So there you go, just like that. I made a video about the injury bug, and I don't know. It's the way that the game is designed. I think it's for tournaments, for social stuff, for shorter play. And so I don't know if it's really indicative of the 69 cards having an injury bug relative to the 68 or anything like that. I know when I did the 05-06 replay, and that was a shortened season, bunch of guys, bunch of free agents had to be signed, guys who weren't drafted and who weren't hurt. But anyway, I guess we'll do another face-off at center ice. We'll just assume, I guess, for lack of a better reason not to, that something occurred in the neutral zone there with Phil. So Hampson will step up with the 8-9. And 24 seconds in, we're going to get another face-off here where it's going to be a 1-6-2, and I'm just going to keep rolling blue ones. So that will be left wing here, still home. So Hampson does win his first draw here in a while. 2-6-3 here is the roll for John Busick. And Busick, that's going to be a shot on goal right away. The game's first with a 1-7-2. 1-7-2. This could be a high scoring one if I keep rolling blue ones. That's a 4-9-6 there for Eddie Jacquemin. And Jacquemin has made a huge save in his first assignment in a while. And the puck corrals to Jim Nelson. So here up to a minute 12, that's a 2-6-3 for Nelson, which he's not on the power play now. Busick comes away with it here to minute 36. 2-11-4 is the roll. And Busick here, 2-11-4 H6. Won't be able to get the shot through. That goes to Harry Howell to the 2-minute mark now. 3-8-1. And for Howell, the 3-8-1 will be the game's first penalty. It's going to be delayed, so the puck will go to Busick. He can't really sneak off and change, though, so what's 24 seconds here? Busick here, 2-8-2 is the roll. And for Busick's sake, is he okay? So maybe I can tie the incidents here together. Busick with the blue 6. There's those high blue rolls. So Harry Howell, I guess that's right, too. I have to roll to see if he's the only one. So that's a 6-7 for Howell, and there's no misconduct on it. So Harry Howell's going to the box for 2. I'm simply going to switch out the Ranger defense, and I'll exclude Howie Hughes. Doesn't have the penalty kill star. And Boston, they might want the 7-8-9, but they have, I can't even call them with Mackenzie on the line. Dennis Hall will play the point, and I guess Orr has to head off, so we'll have... we'll have, you know what? We'll have Ted Green. So Dennis Hall and Ted Green will man the point for this one. There you go. Something useful for Green, already rolling his way back into it. Green, who missed week 2, he was a bit hurt. So it's a 1-8 here, left defenseman power play. That's going to be, we'll give that to Dennis Hall here at 2:48. 1-9-2 for Dennis Hall is P4 on the power play. So he's going to complete the pass. He gets it to Bill Hickey here. Hickey here with a 6-11-1. And that is going to be a shot for Hickey. Hickey here with a 3-8-2. That's not going to be in range here on the power play. 6-5-5. We looked at Eddie Jacquemin. And left defenseman actually coming away with it. Francois Lacombe here to 3-12. Did I remember to advance time? I know I did the pass and then the roll. Anyway. Okay, 4-7. I might have just bought Boston some time there. Whatever, Esposito got hurt. So PF2, that's going to be an interception and a shot on goal. Taking the shot will be acting right defenseman there, Ted Green. So Green, kind of a range finder, 4-11. 4-11 here in Jacquemin's card. Left wing, that will bounce to Bill Hickey here, 3-36. And 4-6-2 here for Hickey, 4-6-2. Shot with a possible rebound here. The initial shot is a 4-11-2. 4-11-2, not blocked. So to center, Derek Sanderson. Can they clear in a 5-6-1? I don't think so. So Sanderson will follow up and fire here, 3-6. Not quite in range, even on the power play. 4-7-2 here to Jacquemin, which will be actually another rebound given up, but in this case, it's going to be frozen. So I'm sure at some point, I think I've lagged 48 seconds. So I'm going to jump at 24. Sorry to Boston. Anyway, so 4-9 here in the face-off, and that is left defenseman. So actually, Francois Lacombe's going to win it here, 6-11-6 to 4-24 at the end of the power play. And 6'11", 6 I already said. So that will actually just go to left wing here, Bill Hickey, but he manages to successfully eat time. And so Hickey will roll, and then I'll figure out who I want to go with here for both these teams. The 648, 664 for Hickey. It is going to be a shot before he heads off. 393, not in his range. 191, he could have used that. That's going to be frozen actually by Jackman. So it's good for me. And I guess New York now, maybe they'll come back with line 2. Boston will put line 3 out there. We'll switch out the blue liners. And face off, I guess I only need to drop the 3-4-7 is the draw. That's left wing home. So Jim Johnson here, 5-12, 5-11 for Johnson. Is he okay? Yes, he is. Okay. Play stoppage then. That was just a play stoppage. 196 here. My goodness, 3 potential injuries already. They're booing at MSG. It's going to be a 3-6-1 here for Bob Bond. And not on the power play. Puck goes to Pitt Martin here. 6 minutes in. 6-3-4 for Martin. And he should be able to get that pass through either. So Dory here to 624. We'll do another quick line change. We'll get Boston's top line out now, center with Ted Hampson centering it. And Rangers, I guess, for that matter as well, we'll go back to. And Dory, 171, I think that's Dory's roll. So that's a shot with a possible rebound before he heads off. 476, I re-roll the red there for Jackman. That's another red 6. That'll go back to John Pusick. And they clear 392 this time, the clearing effort. And I think so, because 8, but technically 7. No, that's still going to... So that will go to Jean Rattel. I guess... No, I think this is... I hope this is right. Anyway, they're going to stay on for some more time, even if not. It's a 2-9-1 here for Jean Rattel. And that's going to be a D8. So Rattel will shoot. Rattel here with a 2-8. That is just in his range. I think it's their first shot in range in this game. 1-9-4 for Favel. And Rattel scores. Here at Boston Garden, Jean Rattel, time of the goal. 3-6, time of the goal. That is 11, so 6:35 for Jean Rattel. 3-6. Jean Rattel from 6-10. 2-4. So Rattel from Lacombe and Rod Gilbert. Rattel from Lacombe and Rod Gilbert. Time of the goal, 6:35. We'll leave on who we have on for the time being. 110, that is left wing home. John Pusick here to 7-12. Boston's down in the game again, for which I should change the score before I forget to. So 1-0 here. It's going to be a 6-4-5 there for John Pusick. And that's going to be a shot back the other way. Pusick with the 3-4, not in his range this time. Would have been in 68, I think. So 5-6 there. Boston holds the zone there. Bond, 736, 255. And 5. No, he doesn't get the shot through. That will go to left wing there. Shot wide of the net, collected by Tremblay here. 4-11-4 for Tremblay. And Tremblay will shoot back the other way, 4-2. Not in range, but on net. 3-7 here for Doug Favel. He's given up the rebound. Back to Tremblay. Tremblay 3-11 though. 3-11, 8, and yes, no. So the puck will go to instead Jim Dory here at the 8-minute mark. I'm setting them down. I'm not dropping them. I'm going to change everybody else out here first. Boston will go back to their second line. I think the Rangers as well maybe will go seconds on seconds this time. We have not had that matchup yet, I don't think. So Dory here at 8:24. The roll is 3-5-4 for Dory. And that is H9. That's going to be a shot for Dory with a 1-9-6. That is just barely out of his range. Jackman was out of position for that one, but he manages to get a little leather on it, and it's going to go to Eddie Joyal back to support his netminder there. 8:48 as somebody has the defense head off, I guess. Anyway, it's going to be a 1-9 here, 1-9-1 here for Eddie Joyal with a 6. So he's going to be knocked off, that taken away. Handed to Bobby Orr. Orr here, 5-6-5 is a penalty actually for Bobby Orr. Delayed, 2-7-3, left wing here. Oliver to 9-36. Oliver here, 5-3-4. And that's going to be taken away as well. So Orr is the toucher. And let's see here. Orr, that's a 1-6. That's an odd 6. So it's Orr and only Orr. And that would have had him a misconduct had that been the following roll. But Orr is just going to go to the box for a couple. So in that case, then it was close to time to change the blue liners anyway. I don't know if it benefits them to have Ted Green out there. I'm looking for pluses. We'll just go with Dory and Bond for the time being and see how that works out. Maybe Francois Lacombe will step on And Pulford will be in the point. And New York, it's been almost a full shift, so they're going to really try to load up and add to their lead here. Marshall, actually, no, 20-goal Marshall. Let's let him play the point. Marshall and Lacombe. And so face-off here, power play face-off. That's a 5-8-5, right? 5-8-5, and that is center power play. So Jean Rattel here with it. And to the 10-minute mark, Rattel. I should remember as well, that's 11:36 and not 13. So Rattel here, 5-9-1 is his roll. And that is penalty of visitors. So short-lived there, that power play. Perhaps a make-up call here. They like it at the Garden. They're not protesting. And Rattel is protesting, but that's going to be taken away. I should have dropped the 1 as well. That's a 5. So 2 left defensemen here, Jim Dory. And I forgot actually to exclude and have a penalty killer there. So Johnson is out. And for Rattel's sake, let's write to you, Dory. Okay, Dory, hope I didn't roll already. But anyway, it's going to be a 3-10-1 even if I did. So don't take a penalty, Jim Dory. That's going to be a pass. So hands it to right wing, but it's touched on the way there. So Rattel, do I want Tremblay and Gilbert out there 4-on-4? Maybe we'll go back to New York's third line here for some even strength play, if not full. We'll exclude Hughes. And it's going to be a 1-10-1 here. That is left wing. So Boston acting left wing. Charlie Burns here, 10-24. And Burns here at the Garden with the 5-6-1. That pass will go to right defenseman there, Bob Bond here, 10-48, 3-6-6. And that's not a penalty for Bond, but technically not in the power play now. So left defenseman. Oh, that's right, too. I should, because it was 24 seconds. So Lacombe here to 11-12 here for Lacombe. That's a 1-4-2 for him. And the PF1 interception, shot and goal back the other way, left defenseman there, Jim Dory. Dory here, 2-6-2 in the shot. So 3-8-3, we look to Jacquemin, and that's going to be frozen actually by Jacquemin. So another quick face-off here, 5-6 in the draw. 5-6 goes to left defenseman power play. Nobody's in the power play, so technically right now, so it's going to go home. We're Boston, we'll get 24 seconds here, and 4-6-4 here for Dory. Is D7. Another shot here. Dory's hit a few of them, and they're getting a little worse each time. It's going to be 3-11. That 5's close enough. So 3-11 here for Jacquemin. Jacquemin, that's going to... actually, no, wait, center, so that's going to be held. Or is it, though? Boston back to full strength. I don't know. That's one of those little ambiguous plays. I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's going to be a 6-6-4. And right wing power play, so we'll give this now. We'll give Boston the full benefit of the doubt here. And even for that, we'll say that McKenzie steps on for this role. So it's going to be a 4-12-3 here for McKenzie, but I do have to actually move the clock. The timer, don't I? Would be useful. 4-12-3 here for John McKenzie, and that's a P5, so we don't advance any more time. It goes over to Bill Hickey. Bill Hickey, 5-5-4. And that's going to be shot on goal for Bill Hickey here on the power play. He fans on it. 5-10-5 here. So to Jacquemin we look, and that goes actually to left wing Hickey. So Hickey will hold on to it here, even strength. I'm just going to leave them on. Let's switch out the blue line. And for the Rangers, maybe their second line will step back on here in this case. So Hickey here, 1-8-1. Here is the roll for Hickey. And it's going to be a play stoppage ice face-off in Boston's end anyway. 1-8 on that draw is left defenseman visitor. So Howell +2 to his ends, 12-48. And 6-10-3 here for Howell is 7. No, that won't get through, so that's going to go to 6-10-3 instead. Right, what am I looking at here? Yeah, 3, sorry, right wing there, John McKenzie. And 13-12, McKenzie, 5-6-6 is his roll. And that's going to be another penalty. John McKenzie, not delayed this time. So McKenzie, 6-9 for McKenzie. So no extracurriculars there, no misconduct either. It's going to be a straight 2-minute penalty for John McKenzie here at 13-12. Difficult to come back when you're playing 4-on-5. So what I'm going to do now is let's go to... we will leave Jim Nelson out there, and the aforementioned Don Marshall as well. We'll roll him in. And for Boston's sake, probably McKenzie heads back off. This unit steps back on. Johnson is excluded. And we get a face-off. Hope that's all right. So it's going to be a 3-9-1 here off the draw. That will go to right wing here, visitor. That's going to be Rod Gilbert. Gilbert here, 13-36. And 3-2, trying to capitalize. Gilbert will shoot. He also fans in his shot. 1-3 here. Left defenseman, though. So that will be Don Marshall in this case in the point. 3-9-1 here for Don Marshall. And the P2, that shouldn't Hold on now. Power play P1 to P5. It still has to be greater than the intimidation bars, and it's not, so we treat that as an interception. And that goes to left wing, Charlie Burns. So not a good assignment there. Not a good move for Marshall. 6-4-2 there for Burns. That's going to be turned over as well. Throw back to Gilbert. It goes here. 14-48. And Gilbert, 2-8 here. 2-8-2 is his roll. And is Gilbert okay is now the question. 3. And they only have 2 intimidation bars in the ice. Per the normal rules, that would be an injury. But for mine, it's 0 and 1, it's 1. And then 2 or 3 is 2. And then 3 or greater is, or 4 or greater rather, is 3. And after that, I don't worry about it. So Gilbert is going to be fine. You could see, though, if I didn't do that, half the lineups would be at least banged up a little bit, which I guess is realistic. I mean, who plays at 100%? But still, I don't want to have that many minuses complicating this any more than I need to. So left wing, there are no cancels here. So Trombley, final 24 seconds here of the New York power play. Not a great one. 3-6-6 shot with a possible rebound now that I've said that. And a 1-10-2 now that I've said that. We hold on to the red 2 here. Can Favela even get the initial shot? 3-7. He can, so Favela also gives up a rebound. So a rebound off, a rebound back to Marshall. They scramble, they try to clear, and they do. So 1, that will go to Burns. We'll leave Anuiev on for another 48 more seconds here. Johnson will step on somehow. Anyway, 3-4, 3-4-6. Remember, this is tabletop hockey. So 3-4-6, we'll even say that Johnson collected that. No, I can't do that. It wouldn't matter. It'd be turned over anyway. So the right wing, Raj Gilbert here to the 16-minute mark. And a 3-2-6 there for Gilbert. It's going to be another shot. Gilbert here, 4-5-2. Not a great shot. So 1-7-4 for Doug Favela. And he's given up another rebound back to Gilbert. Oh, goodness. Boston can't clear either, but Gilbert 6-11. That's probably blocked. Actually, it is. So the follow-up shot doesn't get through. It goes to Johnson, and he's going to hold and wait for a change. If he were playing in Europe, they'd be booing right now, but pretty voraciously at that. But that's not going to happen here at the Garden. Johnson has possession. So he'll roll once more here, 16-24, 3-10-4 for Johnson. And that is a D5 taken away for right defenseman there. Quinn, 16-48, don't take a penalty. 1-5, narrowly avoiding one, but the P2, that puck will be coughed up, given to Charlie Burns here. Actually, wait, sorry, not Burns. Put Sanderson back out there. I realize it's been a while for the 7-8-9, but I'm going to finish with them. So 1-10-3 here for Sanderson. Penalties, so they've not done as much. 5-6-3, though. Shot and goal automatically if home. That was the reading on that. And that's going to go to probably to Marshall. Probably not. We're going to say Paulford for this one here. So 5-5-1 here on Paulford's card. Is a D9. Paulford will shoot 6-9. Not a great shot. Favela's benefited, I think, from some weak shots in period 1, 2, 8. That goes to Backstrom here to the 18-minute mark. Backstrom here, the 2-7-4 is his roll. And they don't have a pass bonus of 4. So with that now is going to be, we'll actually hand it to Ted Hampson. We're going to hand it to Hampson. Esposito was just gone for the period. So, I mean, I guess he can come back and at least pretend to be okay. And for the Rangers, I guess probably as well, they'll finish with their top unit. So top lines out here, 18-24, Ted Hampson, 5-7 is the roll, 5-7-6 to be exact. They don't have pass bonus of 6. That goes to left wing here, Gilles Tremblay, almost scored. 5-3 here for Tremblay, and is he okay? Tremblay is going to be fine. So play stoppage, face off here with a 1-6. That's left wing home, John Busick, 19-12, last minute of play of the first, 3-3-4. And for Busick, that's definitely going to be a shot, 6-6 a week 1. 6-6-6 actually for Jackman there. Frozen and held, 1-5-2 on the follow-up. Center visitor. Rattel here, 1936, 3-8-1. And for Rattel, he's not at home. That's punted too. Right wing here, Ken Hodge, final roll here, the first frame, 3-6-1 for Hodge. And that's a shot automatically. Not a bad way to end things with the 2-3-6. That is going to be blocked. Jackman didn't see it. It goes off the leg of Harry Howell. And anyway, we're just going to say it's, so Rattel is the last touch here, the first frame. And so it's 1-0 for New York after 24 minutes. Okay, I was worried actually it was going to be quite a fair bit longer. So for period 2, let's see, we have top lines out and top defense units. So I don't see any reason to change anything. Starting off here for period 2, 2-9, that's left wing. Gilles Tremblay here, 24 seconds now. 3-5 him, 3-5-1. And that's going to be turned over to 1. Right wing here, Ken Hodge, 48 here. 5-4-1 for Hodge is a 4 double checking here. That'll be a shot actually for the 68 scoring title winner, Hodge. And 5-5-4 there for Jackman is center actually. That will go to... that's right, his own center, not the home center. It's going to be 5-11-6 here for Jean Rattel. And 5-11, so another potential injury. Rattel's going to be fine. But things are quite rough and contentious here. Rattel is not okay. He's hiding it well. He's hit it well anyway. 5-7-1 here. That is right defenseman. That's going to be Jim Nelson here. Minute 36 for Nelson, 1-6-2. And a shot of home he isn't. That's to center, Ted Hampson, 2 minutes. Maybe I should have pocketed Esposito again. I'm going to maybe have Esposito be like the 10th or 11th forward and just see ice time a little more sporadically, I guess. Spontaneous decision there, and Hampson ices it anyway. So let's switch. Face off in Boston's end. So still 1-0 here. 1-0 early into period 2. 2 minutes into period 2. And... it's going to be 2-4 here in the face-off. So right wing visitor, Pitt Martin here, 224. That's a 6-9, 6 for Martin with 7 checking here, 6-9. No, I'm looking at the wrong side. That's not going to be a shot either way. So Sanderson here, 248, because I just do -1 from that. I don't adjust to a 2. So in case you're wondering, yes, I don't, defense matters. So 163 there for Sanderson, and is he okay? Sanderson's going to be fine. Wow, that's coming up a lot. 5-6-6 here for Sanderson on the face-off. And maybe playing a little possum there. Jim Dory here at 312. That is a 4-7-6 there. Dory is a PF2. That pass will be completed. Hands it up to Hickey, who tucks it back to Dory. It's going to be a 2-6-5 there for Jim Dory. And Dory's taking a penalty. Not delayed, and even 11. And he's not going, there's not going to be a misconduct, but it's close enough to the time to, we'll have Oren Van Imp there for the penalty kill. And for the Rangers, actually, let's put this top unit out there for the power play. Boston will counter with their 3rd unit, and Johnson will be the odd man out. So at about 3:36 there, Dory's taking a penalty for Boston. Face-off 285, that's center here. Visitor Jean Rattel here, 4 minutes. Rattel 246. And P1, but again, that still has to be completed. So that's going to go to because they do have intimidation bars out there. 424. It's a 381 there for Charlie Burns, and that'll be a shorthanded shot actually for Burns. Burns here 410-3 on the shot. That's so tilted. I have to do that again. It's going to be a 310. Maybe I'll just take this out. I'm trying something different here. I like to try something different from game to game, keep it kind of fresh for myself. Anyway, 3-10-5 here for Jackman. That'll be right wing, actually. So Gilbert with it here, because those are shorthanded shots. So 5-7-5 for Rod Gilbert. And they don't have a pass bonus, I don't think, even if I assume that Marshall's out there again, he doesn't actually have the bonus. So they could have used Murray Oliver for this one. What's Oliver, +1 or +2? Oliver's a +1, so it wouldn't help. So 5 here, that's just going to be Ed Westfall, I think his first touch of the night. At least in this, of course, he's getting phantom touches that I'm not rolling in. But 3-6-2, a shot with a rebound, possibly. So what a touch. Right defenseman, that goes back to Ed Van Imp. Can they clear? Because it's a 4, technically. But the 1-8, yes, they will be able to. That will go to 3 here, right wing. Gilbert's the final 24 seconds here. The man advantage, Gilbert 5-9-4 for his sake. And 5-9-4. That's a shot automatically for Gilbert. 4-5, not in range even on the power play. So to 4-8-2, we look here on Doug Favell. He's going to hold on to it because, to be quite honest, I was kind of hoping that he would. So maybe New York will get line 3 out here. Now Boston will counter with the and that's not the line, actually. So, Hickey, Sanderson, and McKenzie, see if they can get anything going here. So it's a 2-6-4. Did that bird come back? It's a 2-6-4 here in the face-off. And the face-offs in Boston's end, I should keep in mind here. Right wing, though, Boston has won it. John McKenzie, 6 minutes, 3-10-5. And that is 8. Oh, I got to check. 4-7-10-9. No, that's going to be taken away. So 5 here. Howie Hughes, 6-24. And Hughes here, 5-7-4. His role is, I don't think they have that. No, they don't. Orr here, 648, 235, and H9. So Orr with the shot, the 110-1 and 110-3. Orr's in range, and Jackman, 585. And Eddie Jackman has stoned Bobby Orr. The puck goes to Ralph Backstrom. There's the groaning at the guard, and it's a 6-9-3 for Backstrom. And 10, that's going to be a shot for Backstrom with the 2-4. So it's a good shot. Favell makes a good save there, 4-5-4 for Favell. And they're getting closer here. Hickey at 7:36, 5-4-1 is his roll. And that will actually be taken away by the New York defense ultimately. So Jim Nilsson here, 8 minutes. And that is a 6-9-5 for Nilsson. And 8, 10, but 9, no. So again, I know the equal to or greater than, but as I adjust it, and I have to keep that in mind for Sanderson specifically, Bobby Orr has it, call it a house rule, call it a home brew, call it what you want. But I also call it a simplification, and it's one that I like. So, or else I wouldn't do it. So New York will go with their second line here. Boston, because I feel like they didn't have enough ice time in the first period. So we'll get them their ice time here. Orr will roll and head off. Orr's going to have a 6-7-1 this time. And PF2, so Orr will complete the pass. He hands it to, let's roll in Ted Green's card here. 848 Ted Green, 544 for his sake. P3 should be able to complete that. Just barely, though. So 4 hands up to Ken Hodge. Hodge here, 912. 542 is Hodge's roll. And for Hodge, that'll be a shot, 6-5. Breaks his stick, 5-3 here, 5-3-6. And for Jackman's sake, Dory will come away with it. 2-12-1 there. 2-12-1 for Jim Dory, D7. Another shot for Dory. He's gotten a lot of them, as mentioned earlier. Perhaps it bears repeating. 6-7-1. I think Jackman's given up a rebound, too. No, he's not. He has kind of a rare card. I mean, Busick has possession, but here at the 10-minute mark, Busick here, 1-3-2 is his roll, and 8-6. So make me do math, why don't you? That's going to be a shot for Busick, 4-4-3. And 1-5-1 here for Jackman. That goes to right wing Pitt Martin, and who will tread water on ice while they change. So let's do this, and Pitt Martin will roll us here to 10:24, just over halfway through the game here. It's a 5-4-5 here for Pitt Martin. P4 should be able to complete that even against Boston, so the puck will go back to Jim Nilsson. Martin skates off. Let's go thirds out this time. Nilsson here to 10:48, and that's a 4-11-5 for Nilsson. Like to mix up the matches sometimes. Great roll for Nilsson. That's a shot, 3-8, not quite in range. Favell, we look here, 6-5 for Doug Favell. Frozen anyway, though. Favell knows. Senses maybe some risk there for right defenseman there. Van Imp here at 11-12, 4-5-2 for Van Imp is play stoppage again. This one at neutral ice though, so 6-7-5. And left defenseman visitor here, Harry Howell, 11-36, 3-4-1. And that is definitely punted. So center Charlie Burns here, the 12-minute mark, 1-6-4-8. Yes, because -2 up against the center. So Burns with the shot here, 6-5-3. And not getting good wood on it, 4-4-3 there. So Jackman, that will go to Marshall. So another quick change here. Kind of a nothing burger of a shift there, it kind of felt like for both sides. Boston put the seconds out. And, sorry, but that's the first line now that I've said that. So what is the second line? Boston basically is a 1A and 1B. Maybe Dennis Hull instead of Bill Hickey. Boston has to do something to try to change this up as Don Marshall rolls this to a 12-24 here. 2-8-1 for Don Marshall. And that will be a shot, won't it? Got to double check against these Bruins. 3-2, that's screen, but still not in range. So Favell will handle or try to. 4-9, and he does, and does it well. Center Derek Sanderson, and I think New York. You know what? Yeah, let's put the top line out there. They can play against anybody. So 48 here for Sanderson, 4-10-6. And that will be a penalty because, of course. So Sanderson here, that's not delayed. 5-8. And now he's going to be, so it's just Sanderson on his lonesome here. 12:48 roughly. So ends his shift. Whatever, these guys are... You know what, though? New York needs a goal. So let's try something a little creative here. Let's go with Esposito and Dennis Hall on the kill. We're going to exclude... we'll exclude. So we'll have Bond, Dory, Esposito. Lacombe will step on with Bob Paulford, and then Marshall hasn't done too much of anything. And away we go with it here. It's a 2-7-3 in the face-off. That's home left defenseman. So Boston at least wins the draw. 13-12, Jim Dory, 3-6-1. And not in the power play. That will go to right wing rather. Rod Gilbert. I think it was right wing. Hope it was right wing. It's going to be a 2-4 here for Gilbert. Shot on the power play with a 1-8. That is in range. Gilbert already with multiple goals this season. 1-8 for Favel. And that's not a good roll for Favel. I shook before I dropped. So it is 2-0 here in New York. Gilbert has converted on the power play. Boston has to be a little more disciplined. They're now down by 2 at the Garden. Rod Gilbert, time of the goal, 5-5 is 13 seconds. So at 13:25 here, Gilbert, 3-7. Only 1 assist on it, despite it being a power play goal. That's fine. It happens on occasion. And the second highest assist getter, Tremblay. So Gilbert from Tremblay in the power play. 13:25, time of the goal. It's 2-0. And I don't know, what do you do? It's funny because it really had nothing to do with him, I don't think. That would have been a shot in either case. But interesting that the assignment didn't work out. Strange magic in these cards and dice. So what do you do if you're Boston? If you're Boston, you probably actually definitely put Esposito back in there now. And you hope that the can find their chemistry again and get their together. And I guess McKenzie will have to slot off with Hall again, and they'll just slot in occasionally. And Esposito, pausing this. Really should pause more often. I don't want to miss shots and stuff like that. I use these for stats keeping as well, so they benefit me if no one else having them on video, and then I don't have to stop and mark things down. It's going to be a 4-6-4 here, and if it does anything for anybody else, icing on the cake. Right defense and visitor, so Quinn here at 14 minutes. That's a 5-10-4 for Pat Quinn, which is 2, so that will go to, it's collected by Jim Dory. Dory's been out there a lot. Let's give it to Ted Green, and we're going to change the defense again. And we're going to leave on Boston. They'll take a long shift here, and probably New York will slot in their third line. They're more defensive unit there as a result. Ted Green, 14-24, 110 is his roll, and 7, make me do math. No, that'll actually be taken away by the Rangers defense. That will go to left wing there, Don Marshall, 14-48, 2-9. 3 is Marshall's roll. D8, that's going to be a shot from Marshall, even with the max. That was an 8, right? Yes, it was. Eyes aren't getting any younger. So it's a 3-4, not a great shot. Favel, we look here. 1-6, Favel will hold on anyway. Face off in Boston's end, 2-5-5. Though I only really need the first 2 of those numbers. I have Van Imp here, 15-12. And that's a 2-10-6 there for Van Imp, which is a P3. So Van Imp will complete the pass. Sends it to Busick here, 15-36. Busick, 3-7-6. And P5. So Busick actually, they're trying to set something up here. Maybe trying to get a little too cute to too perfect here. 2-6-6 here for Busick this time. Shot automatically, 3-11-2. Even if that was screened, it wouldn't. It's not going to be in range to Jackman. We look and roll 2-10-2 and right defenseman. So Van Imp here holds the zone. And again, I'm setting them down. I'm not dropping them. That seemed like a quick shift. Put this line out there. And for Boston, I guess their second line as well. They need a goal. Van Imp here, 16-24 before heading off, 6-10-5 for Van Imp, and a D7 shot for Van Imp. 1-7 on the shot, 1-7-2. Jackman here, 4-10, and Van Imp has scored for Boston. Leave it to Ed Van Imp, who actually had 0 goals, but was, I forget, like top 20 in scoring because he had so many damn assists. So Van Imp, that might be his first goal, at least in regular season E6HL action. Ed Van Imp has scored here. And the time of the goal is a 6-5, 6-5-18. So it's 6-18. So he'd been out there for a while. He was frustrated. He wanted to go to the bench, and because he couldn't go to the bench, so he decided, hey, I need to get a play stoppage here. I might as well score. Anyway, 3-5. Just needed some rest. So 3-6. Now he can rest more happily. It's going to be a 3-2. That would exclude, because they were coming on, that would exclude Hampson. So I'm just going to say Hickey and Sanderson then. Hickey and Sanderson have assisted on Van Imp's goal in the strikes here. So it's a 1-goal game again. That was a drop, right? I'm going to take it anyway. So 6-4, that's visitor. Is it canceled? No, it isn't. Murray Oliver here, 16-48. And 5-4-2 here for Oliver. And is he okay? Nope. No, he's not. No, I don't think so. No. Murray Oliver, casualty. Murray Oliver, 10. So in this game, we had Esposito leave for a period. And now Murray Oliver. So see, I'm still getting some injuries, just not all injuries. 3 opponent intimidation points and 10. -3 for Oliver. That's as good as game in my books. Again, everybody is so strong. Sorry again for the hassock creaking. I do like this stool. I like sitting on this hassock stool, though. I do, other than for the sound. Okay, so just finished reading The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith. I'm like Cormoran Strike on his farting leather sofa. So let's see here. So Paulford, yeah, face off, I guess. Just leave on who we have on here, 471. So I started thinking about literature there for a moment. So Bill Hickey here, 1712, another whodunit. 376. That is going to be shot with a possible rebound for Hickey. 3-4. Jackman. Oh, I was supposed to take the... Sorry. I was supposed to take the initial red, I think. That's going to go to Hampson anyway, though. So, oh, right. No, in the 5 and the... You know what? I'm giving Boston a shot, damn it. 411. Is it blocked anyway? No, it isn't. It wasn't a free shot there for Boston. 411-3 is... 1736 here, Hickey. And I want to say those can benefit teams, just ask Gordie Howe. But when I played the video back, I think that Howe is actually supposed to take that shot that ended up being the game winner against Montreal. Anyway, Hickey with the shot now. Hickey here, 5-4 and 6-5-1 there. There was no potential rebound on that one. New York left defenseman here, Francois Lacombe. You know what? I'm jumping at 24 seconds, damn it. I know I lagged at some point. So actually, no, whatever. Lacombe will roll. So indecisive. Esposito's coming back out there. I think the Rangers have put their third line out to counter. 4-6-6 here for Lacombe. Is that a penalty? No, he's going to turn it over, though, to 6 left wing here. And Busick at 18-24 here. 6-7-4 is his roll. And Shaw with a possible rebound for Busick. 6-12, red 3, back to Busick. Oh, sorry, yes, no, but 3 left wing on both cards there. 5-4, I don't think they clear on that, even with the 8. No, this technically... We'll be looking to clear the 7. Busick follows up with the 1-6. Jackman here with the 2-5. Jackman has made the save of the game on Busick. Absolutely stonewalls him. And coming away with it here. 3-11. There's even some scattered applause at the Garden for that one. 3-11. It's going to be Don Marshall. The shot the other way and a 2-5 is in his range. Now Favell has been tasked and it's another 2-5-3. I swear I shook and dropped. And Favell has surrendered a goal. How many times does that happen in real life off the momentum of a huge save by Ed Jackman, a highlight reel save if they had video, if they had such a thing in '69. Don Marshall back the other way has made this a 3-1 hockey game, restoring the Rangers 2-goal lead and 2-4 here. Time of the goal, we'll get it first. 7, so at 18:31, Marshall from 6-2. Marshall from low in the lineup. Howell and I have to exclude Marshall from Howell and Hughes. Marshall from Howell and Hughes at 18:31. What do you do if you're Boston? I think if you're Boston, you replace Hodge with Pye, which is weird. The scoring title winner going off. Anyway, 4-7-2 here. 4-7-2. Is left wing. So Busick still. Last minute of play of the second, 3-7-5. And he'll pass across to John McKenzie. McKenzie here, 36, 3-7-2 for McKenzie. Also a pass, though, to Esposito. Too much maneuvering around. And 2-9-3 Esposito, final roll of the period. And is he okay? Because he's already gone for the period. Oh, no. Oh, no, wait, it's a 1. So, see there, it doesn't matter, but Esposito already has the period injury. Anyway, strange one. After 2 periods of play, it's, I'll just leave on, who I have on? Yes, let's do it. This line's a +1 against this line, at least. So, 3rd period of play here, 2-5 the opening draw, 2-5-3. And right defenseman, Ed Van Imp here to the 48-second mark. Don't know how much lineup shuffle juggling they would really do here. Remains to be seen. 386 here for Van. That's a penalty. That is a penalty for Van Imp. Oh, untimely. So 48. Now, is he the only one, though? It's delayed anyway, so to 6 left wing. Let's just roll on here with Marshall to a minute 12. I'm assuming it'll be a 2-minute minor. It might not be. It's going to be a 6-6 there for Marshall, taken away by Holmes. So Van Imp here, 6-10 is his roll. It's only him, and it's really only him and only for 2. So I'm just going to roll and take Green's card. I'm just going to roll and take Green's card. And you know what? They need a goal, damn it. So I think New York, though, will take advantage here. Much obliged. 2-5-5. Been getting that roll a lot, so it's not just screwing Boston. Jim Nilsson here at a minute 36. That's too much of a tilter. I can't ignore that. It's going to be a 3-5-2 here. So Nilsson here. Oh, my goodness. Another damn injury. Oh, Jim Nilsson is hurt. Jim Nilsson is hurt. The Bruins are tired of the Rangers roughing. I can't even talk. I took a punch in the mouth. Jim Nilsson has been roughed. Anyway, the Bruins have taken out their frustration on Jim Nilsson. So Lou Nanny's going to step in here. Although, wait, I should actually get the specifics here, the specs. Ted Green, so 3 opponent intimidation points. And 6 on the white. Yeah, so -2 there for Nelson. So New York's paying a price. They're paying a price. And pretty sure I've not rolled Lou Nanny in a game. Or call him from 68. So Nelson here with -2. And Oliver with -3. And Nanny. So again, if I didn't modify it a little bit, I just have too many. As it is, I'm still going to have some apparently. So, as I tuck Nanny into the wrong pocket. Okay, so the Rangers are still in a power play. Harry Howell will take to the ice. Howell, and I'm going to roll on Pitt Martin's card if it goes to Lou Nanny. I'm not going to put Nanny out there technically yet. So it's going to. I did have Nelson out there though. He's has a few power play goals. 5-7 is right defenseman. So the aforementioned and not unknowingly, Pitt Martin here, the 3-6-2. Sure. Pitt Martin here, 3-6-2. And he's not at home, so that's a bad roll for him anyway. That's not screwing Boston. But they are shorthanded, so we'll go back to Martin here. So there's that 224, 111 this time. 111-3 for Martin. Is Martin okay? Martin is not okay. He's not okay. Now Pitt Martin, 5. So I should just keep this open to the damn injury page. So this is a snotty one. Martin's gone for the period. So Larry Jeffrey will step on in his stead. Pitt Martin out for the P. So I got a lot of red here in the lineup remainder. Pitt Martin. I might have to do an injury cap per game. Anyway, holy crap. Hurting units. Larry Jeffrey. Not much of a goal scorer, but he has other assets. Defense does matter in this, and Pitt Martin is gone for the frame. And actually, while I'm at it, I should mark that on Esposito's card in the off chance that I'd forget. I've done stranger and stupider things before. So 5-11-1 here in the face-off. Wow, this one's getting messy. Sure, the second line's out there. Why not? I'm not going to roll in Jeffrey's card if it goes to right wing, though. I'll improvise. 2-9-3 here for Eddie Joyal, and they just don't want their top power play unit getting injured. So they're afraid, and that's going to be Joyal taking a shot anyway, 3-6. Oh, that's just barely out of his power play range, actually, 5-4 for Favell. And that will go to right wing, so now I do have to improvise. Howie Hughes had 5 power play goals, but Gilbert had a power play goal in this game. So Gilbert here to 3-12, and then we'll get these shenanigans over with. 5-6-4 there for Gilbert. Of course, it's a shot automatically, and it's a 2-5. Barely in his range to Favell. We look 5-7 for Favell. And Favell has surrendered the power play marker. Rod Gilbert, New York is up by 3. Gilbert with a deuce here on the power play in this game. So I did just have Joyal out there. I might get creative here. 6-5. Try to at least. 5, so 18 seconds. So I'm going to say at 3:06. And power play is over there just in the dying seconds of it. Gilbert from Paulford, we'll say. And Joyal, sure. Gilbert from Paulford and Joyal. 4-1. What do you do? If you're Boston, you probably take a timeout. I did this last game, actually, when the Bruins were down. I'm going to do it again. Westfall, even though he scored 18 goals, he's going off for 29-goal John McKenzie. And Jim Johnson, even though he scored 17 goals, will be replaced by 30-goal Dennis Hall. And Burns, with his +3 pass bonus, will stay on this line. 4-11. 4-11 in the face-off. Right wing here. Visitor, no cancel. Gilbert, 336. They're booing him. 3-6 for Gilbert. Shot with a possible rebound. He says, boo all you want. 5 here. Left wing. Tremblay, that's going to be cleared successfully by the Boston defense, who now with Van Imp. Or here to the 4-minute mark, though. 3-5-5 for Bobby. Oh, my goodness. The injuries. Stop it, guys. Oh, no! Bobby Orr. You got to be kidding me. Bobby Orr. -2. No, wait, sorry. 0 opponent intimidation points. Bobby Orr -1. So it could be a lot worse. Orr's going to stay in the game. It could be worse. Orr has a -1, a bloody -1. And at 4 minutes, he's ready to head off anyway. What a rough game. It was kind of a quieter week 2 after that mod. It doesn't matter here in week 3. So we'll have the 7, 8, 9 out there. And yeah. Gendron could be seeing some time in the E6HL soon. It will depend on post-game injury rollout. Esposito missed time now, come to think of it. Orr missed time, Esposito missed time. They all, Ray Cullen did yeoman's work. It was a really good Bruins team. It was and is a really good Bruins team. They're not showing it here. Right defenseman Pat Quinn, who's probably responsible for more than some of the injurious stuff here in this game. And it's 2-9 for Pat Quinn. P3 won't get the pass through. 2 left defensemen. It goes on Boston, 4:48, 3:85. Is that a penalty? That isn't a lot of cards. Not on this one. It's a shot, because that's all that Dory is doing this game here. 2-8-2. Other Bruins need to shoot, though, not just Dory. Left defenseman there. Lacombe here, 5-12. And that is a 1-4-2 for Lacombe. PF1. Shot on goal back the other way. Dory, because who else? 2-9. It was an interception and a shot on goal. It's going to be a 6-10-1 and frozen by Eddie Jacquemin. Holy smoke. I don't know. What do you do? I think Favell, he'll stay in there until one more. I don't know if this has been his fault. 4-8 for... because the Cheevers was chased last game as well. Anyway, 4-8 here. 4-8-1 for the draw, the face-off in New York's end. That's won by Boston. This could be something here. 5-36, 2-4-3 for Ken Hodge. 8 checking. That is a shot for Hodge. 2-7 for Hodge. That is totally in his range. And 3-8-2 for Jacquemin. Oh my goodness, Jacquemin makes a huge save and holds on to it. So Jacquemin's having a pretty good game. That's should not be lost on this. In between all the injuries and just kind of the shock and disappointment here in Boston. That's turned over by Tremblay to Hodge. So Orr's coming back out. He doesn't look quite himself. New York will put the third line out there. They don't want to injure their top 6. It's 6:24 here, 112-6 for Ken Hodge. Before heading off, that's a shot. 3-3, is it blocked? Is it blocked? The answer is yes, actually. So Howell might have saved the goal. And to 6, it goes to Ralph Backstrom. Hodge is going to head off. And because that was totally in Hodge's range here. 6:48 with the 6.65 there for Backstrom. Not at home. 5 left wing. Hickey here to 7-12. Hickey 1-4-3. He's not a visitor. That's just going to be turned over. I thought it was 3. Anyway, I'm going to give the puck to Ralph Backstrom. No, maybe it was a 6. I don't know if my thumb nudged it or not. 7:36 here. It's going to be a 2-8-3. So there's your 3. It's a 2-8-3 and 9. That is... No, that's actually not a shot. Glad I double-checked that. Doesn't get through here to the 8-minute mark. It's a 6-5-1 there for Ted Hampson. And P4, he'll complete the pass back to right defenseman Ed Van Imp. And let's game it a little bit. And let's say back to Ted Green and head off. And this line will come back out there again, right? Feels like they were just on there. Yeah, sure. When I realize again I'm making the shifts irregular, but that's hockey. It's going to be a 4-3 here for Ted Green. He'll split and fire. Green here, 4-7 on the follow-up shot. 2-8 here for Jacquemin. Is to left defenseman. We'll give it to Dory this time. At least he's getting to the damn net. It's going to be a 3-8-4 for Dory. And as advertised, does it again. 5-4 here because that was not a shot in range. So 5-4 center. Phil Esposito 9-12. 2-9-5 for Boston. Just Esposito is clearly not okay. I might even game this a little bit. He keeps rolling. Yeah, he's done. He's done for the 1-4. I'm not injuring him twice. He's already a period injury, but he's done. Esposito's gone from the game. Congratulations, Jim Johnson. You've got some time on line one. And yeah, although Westfall's good. Well, Johnson's got range. Westfall. Yeah, maybe I should. Anyway, Boston's down by 3 with barely 10 minutes to go. What a terrible game for the Bruins. When I start, like, you can hear it. When I start audibly feeling bad for them, that's bad as a Habs fan. Feeling bad for Boston, Trombley here now. I like competitive stuff. Anyway, this is not right now. 5-7-2. It's that's actually hockey. When again in a game like tonight, 14 games of which I've gone through 4, and basically as soon as there's like a 3-goal difference after like 2 periods, that's when I'll skip through because it's not competitive anymore. Anyway, back to this game. 2, he does have a pass bonus, so Tremblay inside here, 6-4 fans in the shot, 6-8-6, and frozen by Favel. They are booing at the Garden. I think some of them are actually filing out a little early. Boston has Boston ever lost 2 in a row? I think the answer is no. I really do. I think even when New York beat them in the playoffs, I don't think Boston has ever dropped 2 consecutive, but there's still some game to play here. I definitely lagged at some point, though. I'm jumping that to 10 minutes. Sorry to Boston. 3-7 here. That is left wing John Busick. 10-24 for Busick, even if I'm double shifting. Oh well, 5-12. Pass automatically, and Busick will get it back here. 10-48 Busick here, 5-8-5 this time. That's going to be a shot in range. Busick, 110. To Jacquemin, we look 1-8-6. Oh my goodness, he's done it again. He's done that twice or thrice. 2 or 3 times at least to Busick in this game. And Johnson's not actually gone for the period, but Esposito is. So there is that. What do you do? What a mess of a game. Anyway, 5-2 here, 5-2. And it's not the fault of the game. It's just all the tension's gone from this one. I like tension. Oh, that's too tilty. So Hodge here, 5-5-5 instead. And that is D9. So a shot for Hodge, 4-7-5. Not quite in his range, 2-4-5. That goes to Johnson. So 36 here. Johnson trying to make the most of this assignment. 4-10 for his sake. That's turned over, isn't it? Barely, but it is. So left defenseman Harry Howell to the 12-minute mark. And 2-6-6 for Howell. That's actually a shot, but not a good one. Whoops. So 6-6 we'll say on Favel's card still. And that will go to, we'll say, oncoming center Derek Sanderson. And I guess probably you go back to line 3 if you're New York. 12-24 here. 3-5-1 for Sanderson. Is a shot because he's home. 6-8 fans on it. 6-6-6. And that is frozen by Jacquemin. 6-7 left. Defenseman here. Visitor. 3-5. 12-48. And 3-5-2 for Lacombe. Play stoppage. Neutral zone face-off this time. 2-6 right wing. Home is 1-13-12. Hampson here. 1-8-5. Should be a shot. It is. Hampson with a 1-5 in range. To Jacquemin. 5-5-3 for Jack. Oh my. Jacquemin has stood on his head. He knows. He knows. He doesn't want to give this. He doesn't hate Glenn Hall, I wouldn't imagine. Seems like a likable guy. Doesn't want to give him the starter's crease back, though. That's turned over by Backstrom to Bob Bond here. 14 minutes in. 2-11-5 for Bond. H8 shot for Bond. 3-8. Why not? Ed Van Imp got 1 goal. So 2-8 here for Jacquemin. And that's left defenseman there, Jim Dory. We'll let Ted Green roll here. I'm trying to get Green into this game as well. We'll change. We'll say Green instead of Bobby Orr this time. Might as well get Hull and McKenzie out there, see what they can do. And we'll go with the second line now with the defensive reinforcement of Larry Jeffrey. So 14-24 here. 4-7-5 is the roll. Shot with a possible rebound. So red 2 because it's not in range. Back to center. Can they clear on a 3-7-2, 7-6? Just barely 2. Right wing here, Jeffrey, 14-48, 1-10-1. And that's a play stoppage. That's convenient for the Rangers at this point. 4-11 here. And right wing. Not technically canceled. So 15-12, Jeffrey here. 5-7-5. Didn't he just have this? No, because this is turned over to 5. Right defenseman there. We'll say Van Imp here, 15-36. And that's a 2-6-5 for Van Imp. Which is completed, pass completed, up to Dennis Hull here to the 16-minute mark. Hull here 3-4, and that'll be a shot for Dennis Hull. Hull here 6-6, and rare ice time. Any fans in the shot? 5-5, and that goes to Eddie Joyal. So what do? I think you go back to Johnson, Hodge, and Busick. Basically 3 scoring lines for Boston right now. Joyal here 16-24, and that's a 1-9-4 for Joyal. That won't get through, so 3-6-8. Actually, no, yes, it does. Wow, Joyal here 3-5. Good range in 69, not quite that good. You know what? If as long as that's a save. No, that's a rebound. I better re-roll because the tilt. Boston fans will get mad at me. Okay, Jim Johnson here, so 16-48. They're mad at me anyway. 2-5. 6 shot for Johnson. 5-11, not blocked. Screen, still not in range. 5-4. And center, Jim Johnson. So he's getting a lot of touch. 4-8-5. Narrowly avoiding injury and shooting again is Johnson here. 3-8. So no, 3-2 here for Jackman. Is he okay? Yes, he is. That's just going to be frozen. Not going to injure Eddie Jackman. 6, he wouldn't have been anyway. So right defenseman here, Pat Quinn, 36. And Quinn here, 3-11-5. Not at home. So left wing Busick here to the 18-minute mark, 2-10-6. For Busick, they got to think about pulling Favel. Busick will shoot 4-4. Busick, if you want his number, ask Eddie Jackman. Right wing here, Ken Hodge. Yep. You know what? They're down by 3. So, I mean, it makes no sense to wait until like 1 minute before. Favel leaves the crease. Hodge with possession. We will install... I did say Esposito was already out of the game. Westfall for the time being. Hodge does have to head off. So one more roll here. 280 is tired. 2-8. I got to be somewhat realistic. Shot if home. 1-5-2 for Hodge. 1-4-2 for Jack. That's a goal. Boston has scored. Not all hope is lost. So similar to Ed Van Imp, the key for Boston is just to tire your guy out. And then, because that was a shot at home, that the fatigue wouldn't have mattered. 3-5. That is 8. So that's at 18:08. And that doesn't matter here for the assist roll if it's out of the tray there. 2 assists on the goal and low high. So, goodness. Van Imp would be the low, so he's got 2 points in this game. And the high, presuming they came on, would be, excluding Hampson, would be Hickey with another helper. Face off at center ice, 1-9-6. New York will go with their defensive unit. Yep. 1-9-6. Face off at center ice. Right defenseman. So since Boston won it, goodness. Let's see here. Hard to say. 4-2 game. They're tired. Try to be somewhat realistic. So it'll be this line. And Orr, even though he's a -1. And McKenzie and Westfall. No, maybe McKenzie and Hall. They're supposed to be the... no, maybe Burns with his pass bonus. Yeah, because then they've got a pass bonus of 5. So strategically, let's have him be the 6th man. McKenzie's the point man. And face-off, 3... Oh, wait. Oh, right defenseman. So 3-9. Right defenseman McKenzie. 3-9. Oh no! I'm gonna give Mackenzie a shot. That's 1848 as well. Mackenzie with a 1-9. That is totally in range. Jackman fourth. Jackman has made a huge save. Geez, even when I try to arguably cheat and help Boston a little bit, Jackman's having none of it. Jackman is having none of it. He'll beat the system, work subversively within it, and overcome it. It's going to be Mackenzie. Last minute of play of this third period here, 3-5-3 for Mackenzie. I can't do it twice because the 7, 3, 6, 9, and then I adjust that to 8, but the 7. Yeah, I see the adjustment for the defense, but not for the offense. So I'm just going to turn that over to 3 left wing here, Marshall, 1936, and 4-8-6 there from Marshall is a D6. But they don't have. That's right. So that's going to be a shot for Marshall. Okay, so empty net goal. You know what? That's no 5-2. 5-2. We're going to say Marshall scored in the final 24 seconds. I'm done with this. 2-3. Sorry, Boston. 2-3. So on the goal, 55, 1955. And 210 is pair of assists. So 1-7. It's going to be the two highest here. So Marshall from Backstrom and Hughes. Why not? 5-2 is the final score in this game. Marshall with that empty netter. And what's wrong with Boston now? In three weeks now, they've only scored 2 goals in each game. So the offense, maybe the line has to be broken up after all. So it's back to the drawing board for Boston and for me to some extent as well, because I do sort of commissioner of this league, would try for all teams equally hard, believe it or not. And all right, yes. So game over. Good win for New York. They improved to 2-1. And so it's been up, down, up for the Rangers so far through 3 weeks. In Boston, I'm pretty sure first time in E6 League history that they've actually lost back-to-back. I'm pretty sure that the Rangers, it was because, I remember like Glenn Hall stood in his head in game 4, so Boston would have been up 2-1 in the series, and I just do a best of 5. So this is unprecedented territory for the Bruins. All right, bye for now.